Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This week at T Area High School, we are celebrating Homecoming Week. And at this time, we would like to introduce to you the 2025 T Area Homecoming Royalty. First up, Ava Opland and Juve Banza. Ava is the daughter of Mark and Gina Opland, and Juve is the son of Gabriel and Honest Banza. Ava Opland and Juve Banza. Ellie Quayberg and Carter Christensen. Ellie is the daughter of Craig and Michelle Quayberg, and Carter is the son of Kyle and Tanya Christensen. Ellie Quayberg and Carter Christensen.
I'll sneak by if I can. Thank you.
Meredith Decker and Chase DeBoer. Meredith is the daughter of Ryan and Christy Decker, and Chase is the son of Rena and Clint DeBoer. Meredith Decker and Chase DeBoer. Emma Watson and Dashel Lowry. Emma is the daughter of Becky Johnson and stepdad Andrew Johnson. Dashel is the son of Jennifer and Brian Lowry. Emma Watson and Dashel Lowry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, your 2025 Homecoming King and Queen. King, Brenner Conrad, and Queen, J.C. Babb. Brenner is the son of Deanne and Thad Conrad, and J.C. is the daughter of Julie and Tom Babb. Congratulations, 2025 T-Area Homecoming Royalty. Titan fans, at this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the middle of the track as we welcome the T-Area School District 2025 Hall of Fame inductees. Tonight we celebrate our district by recognizing individuals who have profoundly impacted the T-Area School District. 2025 Hall of Fame inductees were nominated by the community and selected by a committee based on the attributes of the Titan Triangle. Academics, supported by arts and athletics. Please learn more about these Titan stories by visiting the district's website and social media accounts or utilizing the QR codes found in the stadium. We would like to thank Dakota Sports for sponsoring our Hall of Fame. On behalf of the T-Area School Board, it is a pleasure to introduce the 2025 T-Area Hall of Fame inductees. Benjamin Moorhead. Benjamin Moorhead left a lasting legacy on the Titan community by excelling in academics, athletics, and the arts, actively participating in music, drama, and sports while earning numerous awards and honors. Now living in St. Paul with family and working as an audiologist, Benjamin continues to build on the values of teamwork, dedication, and creative collaboration first fostered right here at T-Area High School. Ladies and gentlemen, Benjamin Moorhead. Next up, name was Lauren Hill when she attended T-Area. Now Lauren Deedy. She made her mark as a true all-around Titan, excelling in athletics, fine arts, and leadership while building lifelong friendships and learning lessons of discipline and teamwork. Now serving as a nurse in both her community and the South Dakota Army National Guard, she continues to embody the values of dedication, resilience, and service that were installed during her Titan years. Ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Deedy. Margaret Larson. Margaret Larson played a vital role in shaping the Titan community, dedicating years of service and leadership to academics, arts, athletics, and the early development of district programs and traditions. Now living on a tree farm with her husband, enjoying time with her children and grandchildren, she continues her professional work while her lasting legacy lives on through countless contributions that helps build and strengthen this very Titan community. Ladies and gentlemen, Margaret Larson.
You gotta go wrong.
Sandy Cheney has been a dedicated leader and volunteer in the Titan community, contributing her time and talents through school, church, and local organizations to support students, families, and community growth. Now enjoying retirement with her husband, children, and grandchildren, she continues to cherish the memories and lasting impact of helping shape the spirit and traditions of T-Area. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Cheney.
I'll be right with you.
Sandy Crawford. Sandy Crawford played a key role in the early development of the Titan community, helping organize the district and laying the foundation for strong educational and community support students enjoy to this day. Now living in Colorado with her husband Freeman, she continues to channel her creativity and dedication through her business, classic leather designs, and her passion for Western and wildlife photography. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Crawford. Titan fans, please join me in one more round of applause for your 2025 Hall of Fame inductees. Thank you. The T-Area Scholarship Fund. Huron Tigers from Huron, South Dakota. And your team are your Titans! And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time, yes, if you please rise for the recap or national day honors to America. This is playing of our national anthem under the direction of Stephanie Rannick by the T-Area Pep Band. Please observe the public flag etiquette by standing at attention, placing your right hand over your heart. Active duty personnel or veterans not in uniform may salute the flag as the T-Area High School Band plays our national anthem. Welcome to tonight's event. The school participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. They have adopted the rules under which this game is conducted. Strong, commitment, excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this event's success. Remember to cheer in a positive manner and to be respectful of the official decisions. T-Area High School wants all fans to watch the game in the stands. According to Congress rules, impromptu youth football games will not be allowed. They have resulted in serious injuries at other schools. Any and all youth footballs, Nerf balls, etc. will be confiscated. Please come watch the Titans. Parents, please supervise your children. The officials for tonight's game are Jim Ricketts Jr., Todd Landsman, John Garrow, Ryan Sage, and Samuel Kristosek. They are registered by the State of South Dakota High School Activities Association. They have worked hard to learn the rules and administer fairly in this event, and we request that you respect their honest efforts in officiating this contest. Up first, we would like to introduce you to your Titan cheer team. Leah Ackman, Tessa Breck, Emerson Cowles, Kingsler Derry, Aubrey Melbreck, Reese Moe, Elena Norris, Olivia Olowski, and Haley Slattery. Titan cheer team is coached by Erica Ackman and Kylie Lottman. And now introducing first for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Huron Tigers. The Huron Tigers defensive end, number 64, senior Rayshawn With. Nose tackle and a junior, number 73, Corden Cowdell. Defensive end and a sophomore, number 79, Noah Owen. Inside linebacker, number 20, Oakley Henderson. Inside linebacker and a junior, number 42, Ty Kleinsasser. Outside linebacker and senior, number 9, Landon Holst. Outside linebacker and junior, number 33, Cooper Bischoff. At one corner, a junior, number 4, James Schultz Jr. The other corner, a senior, number 18, Riley Winiger. A strong safety and a senior, number 5, Mason Jurgens. And free safety, number 22, a junior, Jeremy Hofer. Coaching staff for the Tigers. It's Bryce Anderson, Devontae Branch, Carson Britton, Mike Postman, Mike Radke, Dawson Schmidt, Washington Mayhem, Corey Weeks. Head coach, Drew Strand. And now let's meet the offensive starters for your T-Area Titans. The tackle, senior number 53, Kingston Nyberg. Left guard, 6'4", sophomore, number 61, Zeke Luau. At center, 6'3", junior, number 78, Trey Krell. At right guard, a 6'2", sophomore, number 58, Gavin Stuckey. The big right tackle at 6'6", a senior, number 76, Cody Peterson. At one wideout, a 5'10", senior, number 5, Kanan Goldenberger. The other wideout is a 6'4", junior, Griffin Weavinga. The fullback is a 6' senior, number 25, Cutter Brown. Running back is number 3, 6'1", senior, Zach Webb. At running back, number 23, a 6'1", junior, Ted Karleski. And at quarterback, the 6'3", sophomore, the great number 8, Mitch Grant. Titan assistant coaches are Brent Johnson, Sean Kennedy, Logan Schuckman, Mason Scheidinger, and Matt Brew. Your head coach on this Friday, Scott Fry. Head captains, number 15, Brenner Conrad, number 51, Chase DeBoer, number 76, Cody Peterson, number 25, Carter Brown. Captains for the Tigers, number 11, Anderson Forrest, number 18, Riley Winger, number 26, Gunnar Harris.
And a good evening and welcome to T-Area High School as we get set for this 11 AA matchup between the Huron Tigers and the T-Area Titans. Pleased to be with you. I'm Jerry Paleshi. We welcome you to Titan Stadium. Huron has won the toss. They have elected to receive, and they are coming in off an impressive victory over Pierre last week, 13-7. Offensively, this team has not really been able to find their mojo, if you will. They have struggled in running the football, really struggled throwing the football, 5 interceptions entering today, but all that matters is you get that W on the board. They did that last week against the Govs. The defense has been very strong for Huron. We'll see if they're going to do that here today against the Titans. Now on the other side for the T-Area Titans under head coach Scott Fry, they are having their homecoming celebration here tonight. They opened up their season with a win at here against Spearfish, 22-14. Remember last year the Titans actually went on the road to Spearfish, dropped that game out West River, and then went up to Aberdeen Central last week. Great victory for them, 25-7, the final score. The Titans, of course, have done most of their work on the ground coming into today. They have rushed for 489 yards out of their 658 total. Please be with you. We're excited to bring you this one here tonight as the officiating crew is huddled up at midfield. Final exchanges for them, and the Titans will kick off from right to left. Beautiful night for football. Little muggy out there, but temperature-wise, you're not going to complain when you know what's probably coming in the next few weeks. And it will be Leighton Moran to kick this one off for the T-Area Titans. He's a 5'11 senior this year. 2 men will be back deep for the Huron Tigers, including Mason Juergens and Landon Hulse. Here's the whistle. The Titans will break the huddle. We're set to get underway. I believe this is the early kickoff tonight out of Class 11 AA. Everybody will kick off at 7 o'clock. Homecoming festivities today with the parade. You had all the early dismissal from school. And now we cap it off with a football game here tonight. The end-over-end kick is on its way, returnable from the 1-yard line, cutting out to the right side. Will be Juergens for Huron. Gets one blocker across the 20 to the 25, wrestled out of bounds. Near the 27-yard line is coming over, was the kicker, and Leighton Moran and company for the Titans to stop that. So here comes the Huron Tigers on offense, and led by the quarterback in Anderson Porish, 6'6", 210 pounds as a junior. As mentioned, though, Porish has had some struggles throwing the football coming into today, 22 of 48 for 273 yards, 1 touchdown, and 5 interceptions. So we'll see how the performance goes today for the Huron Tigers. Joining him, Landon Hulse, the running back, wears number 9. He's a 5'11 senior. And the wide receivers, Mason Juergens, James Schultz, and Riley Weiniger. Shaken up Titans player Ben Bruns will head his way towards the sideline for the sophomore on the special teams coverage. It's 1st down and 10 with the ball officially marked at the 29-yard line. 2-by-2 on the receiver set. Out of the pistol formation, it's Anderson Porish, the quarterback, wanting to fire to the near side. It's tipped up in the air and almost picked off. Tipped up Carter Brown on the defensive side at the linebacker spot. Watch the ball sail over his helmet, and it will be 2nd down and 10. This defense for the T-Area Titans, big senior group on that line, featuring Chase DeBoer, a 6'4" senior. And then also on the other end, you have Hayden Bilas, who has played quite a bit over the last couple of years for the Titans. Kingston Nyberg is a 6'1" senior. And at the linebacker position, some familiar names as well. Carter Brown, Emmett DeGeest, Leighton Moran. On this 2nd down and 10, a roll out to the left side, some positive yards, and a pickup of about 3. Secondary for the Titans, Caden Bonenberger, will lead that crew for the senior, who stands 5'10". Lucas Randell, Cade Korleski, and Griffin Wiebinga rounding out that secondary unit. It is 3rd down for Huron. Go 3rd and 6 from the 33-yard line, just underway here from Titans Stadium. Got the score bug on the screen, too, as well, for those joining us on YouTube. Here's the pistol formation. Receiver in motion from left to right. The clap of the hands for the snap. Stepping back, dropping back, evading one, and getting hit and dropped. It's a swarm of Titans setting up a 4th down and a late fumble. It's a late fumble, and the Titans recover. The Titans force a turnover very late on the play. They just ripped that football straight out of the hands, as Hayden Bilas will be credited with the fumble recovery, and the Titans offense will take over. Huron was all set to punt that football away, but the Titans make a great defensive stop and play on the fumble forced and recovered. Sets them up 1st down and 10 from the 31. Inside Huron territory. Quarterback Mitch Grant, snap, handoff given near side. And not too much room to work with for Cade Korleski. On that offensive side, Kingston Nyberg will move over from the defensive line to the left tackle position. Thiek Lual will join him at left guard. Trey Krell, the center. Gavin Stonke will line up at right guard, and Cody Peterson, the right tackle up front. You know, T area throughout the course of their years, they like to pound and run that football. 2nd down and 9. Quarterback and Grant under center. Goes with the option read. He's wrestled in the back and dropped. Swarming over on the defensive stop for the Huron Tigers. They just get straight into the backfield, and a wrap-up stop with Jeremy Hofer and company. It's going to push them all the way back to the 36-yard line. Titans face with a long 3rd down as we cross the 10-minute mark here in this opening quarter. T-Area forced a turnover on their opening defensive drive, looking to capitalize it here on their first offensive series. Grant was all the way back on the near sideline getting the play call. He will go under center. 3 options behind him, 2 receivers split on the field on this 3rd down and long. Snap, play action, Grant setting up the screen to the left side. It's tipped and almost picked. Getting a hand on it was Cooper Bischoff. Incomplete, it's 4th down. So 2 offensive series, 1 for each team, and a football that was nearly picked. 4th down for T-Area. Dashiell Lowry will do the honors. He's standing back at the 47-yard line. Looking for a short kick up in the air. Here's the snap, a little high. Line drive kick, angling its way to the far side of the field. Takes a bounce at the 5. Rolling. Did it get outside the pylon in time? It looks like it did. What a punt from Dashiell Lowry. Puts Huron inside the 2-yard line for sure. And that, from the viewpoint I have, it looks like it's going to be right about that mark. Can't do it much better than that. The first offensive drive for Huron went officially 2 yards. The first one for T-Area, -5. Titans defense, however, now has Huron pinned up deep on the goal line. 1st down and 10. Porish claps his hands, calls for it, hands it off straight up the gut. Carry for Landon Holst. And Holst is going to pick up a yard. Anticipating we're going to see a lot of run here today for both of these teams. Holst entered today 15 carries on the season for 87 yards. The quarterback in Porish, by the way, 24 carries this season for 76 and 2 touchdowns. Officially called 2nd down and 8. all the way back at the 4-yard line. Here's the snap, looking right, firing that direction. Wide receiver fell down and trying to break that route. Incomplete pass to Mason Juergens. It's 3rd down.
For your Titan defense, that brings up 3rd and 8.
Starting to get the feeling of just that feel-it-out process early in this contest. The defense having the advantage on both sides. The tailback will be Holst. 2 receivers set to the right side. Porsche calling for it. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Tucks runs out left. Not a whole lot of room to work with, and an open field tackle by Carter Brown will set up a 4th down. Beautiful read by the linebacker and Carter Brown. 4th and 5, and a punt coming from the end zone for Huron. Two will be back deep for the T-Area Titans. Cade Korleski lined up on the near side of the field. They await the kick that will also come from the quarterback in Porish. Lines up at punter. Here is the kick. It's a line drive kick. Korleski will field at midfield. Off left side, got a block, and then is wrestled down to the turf after he crosses the 40-yard line. It's a nice tackle for Carter Porish, a freshman. Shooting on over and coming up with a stop. It's 1st down for T inside of Huron territory. 2nd possession for the Titans. That will start inside of Tiger territory. Their first drive, however, went for -5. Titans will send 2 out to the right side. Grant with the snap. Delayed handoff, gives it off, and nowhere. Nothing at all on the rushing attempt for Cade Korleski. It's a loss of 2. It's 2nd and 12. The quarterback, Mitch Grant, you can see him here on the near sideline running his way back into the huddle. Between both teams as it sits right now, we've had -1 total offensive yards. Titans will look to flip that here. 2nd down and long. Snap and a handoff, trying to cut to the near side, but met in the hole on the carry for the Titans is Braden Nifke. So Nifke is going to pick up about 2. It's going to be back to 3rd and 10. We're under the 7-minute mark. The Titans will look to see if they can make something happen. This Titans team again last week took care of business up in Aberdeen, a 25-7 win. Golden Eagles, by the way, now 0-2 on their season. But the hierarchy of Class 11 AA certainly up for grabs as we're in week 3 of the season. Here's a snap. Grant rolling right, fires quickly, but missed his intended target, incomplete for Korleski. Late penalty flag is out. Clapping his hands together in the back was Landon Holst. And they're going to go holding on the Titans. Now the play here, I would believe, for Drew Strand, the head coach of the Huron Tigers, you decline this, of course. Make it 4th down. It's already an awkward field position for the Titans. They punted from this position before. And that's what Huron will do. So Dashiell Lowry will come out looking to make the same thing happen that he did on his first punt, and that is put Huron deep in their own territory. Standing about 5 yards deeper than what he was before. On the last punt opportunity for Lowry, this one high up in the air, trailing to the near side, will take a bounce. It'll be kind of near that 15-yard line. We'll see where the official spotted, and it's right at the mark. Another good kick for Dashiell Lowry, and Huron will come out for their 3rd offensive possession. Got a good crowd on hand here today. Of course, it's homecoming. The near side bleachers that you can't see on the stream, They're full. Celebrated Hall of Fame here for T-Area High School. Got homecoming coordination that took place earlier this week, and you had King and Queen and the whole court. They were all out here today as part of this big celebration for the Titans. Here's Porsche on a 1st down and 10, and a handoff given and nowhere to work with. The big defensive line, Kingston Nyberg, Chase DeBoer wrapping up and stopping the Tigers. It will be 2nd down and 10. If you talk to Scott Fry coming into the course of this season in Class 11 AA, mentioned that this might be the most wide open AA has ever been. He was saying that before the start of the season. You can kind of start seeing that play out. Even though we're in the early parts of this season in itself. Porsche sets up for the 2nd down. Left side fire, slant, caught, brought in at the 25-yard line, and a 1st down given for the Huron Tigers, stretching out to the 30. A nice completion to Riley Winiger, the senior, 5'11", as he stands. Winiger this season, for him, in terms of catching that football, he's done fairly well. 55 yards entering today. It's the first down here this evening on either side. But Huron entering after the win against Pierre. You have Pierre, who's kind of been on the ropes a couple of times. They're 1-1 on their season. The Yankton Bucks look really good to start their year. Here's a 1st down rushing carry for Porish, and he's able to stretch out to the 35-yard line. So it's going to be an interesting class to follow this year for Class 11 AA.
On the play, brings up 2nd and 5, 35.
Again, the early kickoff here tonight in 11 AA. Watertown is hosting Pierre this evening. Brookings is hosting Aberdeen Central. Mitchell taking the road trip out to Spearfish, and Douglas is at Yankton. Keep you updated on those as the night goes on. 2nd and 5, needing the 40-yard line. A handoff, stretching left, and a gain of a yard again for the Tigers. They're going to give the carry that time for Oakley Anderson. So 3rd down for the Titans. On the defensive side, looking for a stop. Already at the 4:17 mark of this first quarter. Again, no points on the board, obviously, but it has just been a fast-moving, clock-moving quarter. The Huron Tigers offense trying to find a little bit of momentum here. Porish back to pass. Near side fires. It is caught, shaking off a tackle, good for a 1st down into Titan territory with the reception brought in by Mason Juergens. Juergens will get all the way down to the 42. It's a 1st down for Huron. Got to wrap up and bring him down. That is one on the film in which the coaching staff for the Titans will look and say, this is what you got to do. You got to position yourself. Those learning opportunities. Leads to some extra yards for Mason Juergens, who made a great move. 1st down and 10 inside of Titans territory for the first time today. Porish calls for it. Sweep to the left side, trying to find a hole. Trying to burst through is Holst, and Holst is able to pick up a yard. The running seems not really there right now for the for the Huron Tigers, excuse me. The Titans doing a great job getting in. Carter Porish, the big tight end, having to check out for a play. Looks like they're adjusting a brace on his right knee. Here comes a 2nd down and 9. Snap and a handoff right up the gut. And again, the Titans defense there with Carter Brown from the linebacker spot. Trying to shoot up and get the stop. Landon Holst again with a carry. Sets up a 3rd down and medium. Been a decent drive so far for Huron. 2:25 left to go in this first quarter. Here's the snap, a high one, And a give down the middle and just pushing forward, trying to stretch for the first down, but going to be just a tad short. It is 4th down and a yard. Anderson with a carry will pick up a couple. It's 4th down and decision time for Huron. This part of the territory with how short of a distance it is, not only the analytics, but just common sense says you go for it. Out of the gun. Porish with 2 receivers to the right side. Snap, keeps it. Off left, has enough. First down, Tigers. A read for the quarterback, and Anderson Porish moves the chains for Huron. Mentioned that most of his work has been on the ground entering today. 24 carries for 76 yards, a couple of rushing touchdowns. He has struggled throwing the football, but so far today, he's 2 of 4 for 34 yards in the air. That one keeps the drive alive on the quarterback keeper. First down and 10 from the 31. Handoff left, breaking free, finding a seam on a carry for Landon Holst. Holst with a big gain all the way down to the 15-yard line. Tigers are threatening inside the red zone. This drive started all the way back at their own 15-yard line. The quarter starting to wind down. We're at the 45-second mark. Huron now at 75 yards of total offense in this quarter. Here's a pop pass straight up, trying to come to the near side. Outside the numbers on the rush for Mason Juergens. Not a whole lot of real estate to work with. He picks up 2. That will keep the clock rolling, and that might bring us to the end of the first quarter. See if Huron elects to hurry up or not. They break the huddle at the 13-second mark. Porish looking over, and it looks like Huron's going to elect to take this to the second quarter. A very fast-moving first quarter here at Titan Stadium. Huron now threatening inside the red zone. That one moved quick. Both teams running the football, but the Tigers, we'll see if they can get the touchdown in just a matter of a moment. We're back after this. This is the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. It's the start of the second quarter here at Titan Stadium. Glad to be with you here tonight on this Friday night. I'm Jerry Peleshi. Huron 78 total offensive yards through that first quarter of play. The Titans -5. Huron now threatening inside the red zone. Tigers came in today. They are 1-1 on their season. A win against Pierre last week. They opened up their year with a loss to Yankton, 41-24. Titans at 2-0, but this is a pretty big, important game in terms of the hierarchy of Class 11 AA. Of course, every game means a lot when you get towards the postseason at the end. That's already week 3. It is 2nd down and 7 from the 12-yard line. Porish back to throw, looking near side, nowhere to go, and he's brought down and sacked. A sack in the backfield for the T-Area Titans, and a great motion and move for Chase DeBoer. DeBoer comes out of the bottom of the pile. And it's 3rd down and long, 3rd and 11 for the Tigers.
3 on the play, brings up 3rd down.
Porish comes all the way from the sideline where he was having a conversation with Drew Strand, the head coach of the Tigers. Titans will look for a stop on this 3rd down. Titans pointing out coverage as Porish goes out of the shotgun. Tight set to the near side. Porsche looking that direction, trying to evade a tackle, sweeps away from one, still looking down the field, fires to the end zone. It is almost caught. It was brought in initially, and the hit was made by Griffin Wiebinga to jar it loose. It's 4th down. What a defensive play for Griffin Wiebinga. Knocking that football out of the hands, saving a touchdown, and it's 4th and long. Huron will attempt a field goal from 31 yards out. Mr. Min is the field goal kicker. He's a sophomore, 31 yards out. The kick is low, but it's on the way and good. That thing just cut the crossbar. But it does go through, and it does put points on the board for Huron. 3-0 the score with 11:01 left to go in this second quarter. It has been on the offensive side all Huron so far. T has really struggled to get anything going on their 2 offensive drives and series in that first quarter. We'll see if they have an answer coming up here in this second quarter. But what a kick for Min as he knocks that one in from 32 yards. It didn't look like it had a chance after it left his foot, but it somehow stayed up just enough to get across that crossbar. Titans have already come back out onto the field. They are ready to go as Huron still huddled up near the 25-yard line. Cade Korleski will head back. Joining him back there will be Braden Nifke. Men will put the ball at the tee at the 40-yard line. A 3-0 lead for the Huron Tigers. Men approaches. Here's the kick. Another low kick. Line drive. Returnable for the Titans. A cutout to the left side, an open field stop made down at the 25-yard line. Huron wants a fumble. They're not going to get it, however. Riley Weiniger was over there, and it looked like he was holding that football up for a moment, saying, "That's ours." Officials call down by contact, and it will be Titans football. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Mitch Grant so far throwing the football 0 for 2. Cade Korleski tagged with 2 rushes for -2. Mitch Grant for a rush for -6. Braden Nifke with a carry for 3 yards. That's been the offense so far for the Titans. They try to go over the top. It's incomplete. 2 receivers in the area down the field. Cade Korleski. And then also joining him out there was Zach Webb. The ball just went right between the 2 of them. Hits the turf at 2nd down. Titans try to go over the top on a shot. Trying to give this offense a spark. Titans taking their time. Mitch Grant goes back into the huddle. It's 2nd down and 10. On the 25-yard line, 2 receivers to the right side, make it 3. Standing out of the shotgun, Grant. Calls for it, gets it. Comes to the near side on the option play, keeps it himself, and Grant's going to pick up a couple of yards. Big bodies on the inside, Rayshawn Whiff being one of them for Huron, a 5'11 senior. Starting to come out of the bottom of that pile. It's 3rd down and long. 3rd and 7 from the 28-yard line.
You know, you kind of wonder if T decided to throw on 1st down this series just to kind of throw Huron off and just kind of get them off the run game for a little bit.
Absolutely. The Titans like to take their chances here and there. The pass game is more of a surprise. Just kind of pops up for T. It's kind of been the operating system for this Titans program since day one as Grant tries to cut to the left side. He's going to be just shy of a first down as he approaches the sticks. I've talked throughout the course of the couple of years doing these games. Andrew Griffin is the on-site producer, and he can certainly join us on the broadcast anytime he wants. He knows these kids inside and out. But I've talked throughout the course of the Titans and this program and the way that it developed. It developed under Craig Clayberg, who is now the activities director here at T Area High School. And you can go back to the days of Roosevelt High School on the western side of Sioux Falls, where Brent DeBoer was the head coach. And, man, they like to run the football. And that has continued on. Now it's evolved a little bit because they always would run the triple wing, and the triple option and single wing backs and everything along those lines. As a penalty here is going to back up T, a false start. But they have always prided themselves on being able to run the football. And if you ask Scott Fry about it, that has not changed throughout the course of his coaching career. And he says, we know that teams know that we want to run the football, and there's no better feeling than when you do run it on them when they're expecting it. So when you try to catch them over the top, leads to some problems sometimes for those defenses that are not expecting it. After the penalty of fourth down, line drive kick from Lowry. A bounce across the 40-yard line and still rolling for the Titans. Will be stopped at the 30. So the Titans offense right now, however, struggling to really get anything moving. Now just 4 total offensive yards through a quarter and almost a half here for T Area on their homecoming day.
41-yard Jackson Lowry punt for the Titans.
Look to see the Titans get a stop here on defense quick, get that offense back out onto the field and try to make something happen. It's a great last drive, however, for the Huron Tigers. They have 75 yards of total offense. Their last driving going 14 plays for 68 yards. Capped off by a field goal from 32 yards out. First down and 10 from the 30. Delayed handoff and nowhere to work with. No gain on the play for Huron.
End up at 9.
It's the carry for Holst.
No gain on the play. Tackle flew out for the Titans.
Mentioned earlier that having to come off the field for the Huron Tigers was their big tight end, Carter Porish. The training staff here for T Area actually bringing him to the near sideline and evaluating him here just in front of us. So second down and 10. Here's a throw to the right. It's a lob ball. It's incomplete. That is incomplete for Mason Juergens. It was the ball that you throw up, and what's that old game that you play, 21 or however that you wanted to call it back in the day? Just jump up and try to grab it. That one goes in the favor of T.
500.
500, whatever that you used to call it. Ball was just kind of lobbed straight up there. Third down and 10 from the 30. Were you ever good at that game?
That was my game. I had the hops. I could get up.
Here's the
And I was a receiver, so I had the hands.
Third down carry goes for not much for Huron. It will be a punting situation. Well, you're a South Dakota, University of South Dakota Hall of Famer. So I don't know how many people know that, but you'd be pretty quick down the field. I know that, Mr. Track. I could see that being your type of game. Here's a fourth down and 8 from the 32-yard line. Titans bring one onto the field. Kind of late. Here is the kick from Porish, high up in the air, end over end. And the Titans muff it. It is secured by Huron at the 30-yard line. Oh, the Tigers catch a break off the mistake for the T-Area Titans. It is Tiger football inside of Titan territory. That's just a tough one. You get antsy, you kind of want to return that kick. Sometimes you just want to call for that fair catch instead. Maybe that type of a situation for T, asking for the fair catch and instead of trying to run right away. Pitch to the right side, evading a tackle and getting some space is Holst. Holst will get inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And just trying to make something happen, and sometimes that ends up happening. You just lose your eyes on the football for a brief second, and a turnover for the Titans. Second down and 9 for Huron.
Yeah, I hate being on that end of the situation, but just got to kind of forget that one and just move on.
Call them learning opportunities.
That's right.
Second down and 9. Porish keeps it himself straight down the middle, and he has just met with everybody on the defensive line for the Titans. You start looking at the clock kind of being a factor here in the second quarter. It's a 3-0 game, and the reason you say that, Titans offense really hasn't been getting anything going, and now special teams setting them up in a bad position here with Huron inside of Titans territory, but now the defense with a chance to bail them out here again. That clock continuing to run. Triple stack to the right side. Porish looking over at the sideline, adjusting the play call. Gets it out of the pistol formation. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Over the middle. It is incomplete. Pass was intended on that outside for Riley Weiniger. It is 4th down. Well, the field goal on the last possession for Mr. Min was kicked from 32 yards out. If you were to try to line that up right now, you're looking probably closer to roughly about a 45-yard field goal. I don't think that's in the cards for them after how close that last one was from 32, so the Tigers will go for it. Empty formation. 3 options stretched to the right side. Porish back to pass. Near side throw. One-on-one. It is caught. No. Out of bounds. Landon Hurst actually secured the ball off a bobble off his chest, but the problem was when he secured the football, he was out of bounds. Turnover on downs, and the Titans will take it. That was close.
Very close, and I mean it was a well-played ball. I mean there's not much else you can do, but it just seems that we get on the bad end of bobbled balls downfield. But that one, a lucky break.
I think you got to go back. I think there was a Vikings-Packers game back in the day, I'm talking the 90s, where that same type of situation, but not out of bounds.
I remember that play. That was off the back, flip around, grab it, get up and run. Oh.
Titans nonetheless will have it 1st down and 10 with the ball marked at their own 27. Quick fire throw. Grant catch to the near side with Weavinga. Cuts through one, gets past the 30-yard line to the 31. Generating some of that offensive momentum here. The first catch for Weavinga. 5:45 to work with here on the clock, trailing 3-0.
And it'll be interesting to see what with Mitch Grant getting more used to the passing a little bit, since they are such a run-heavy offense. But he has got a great arm, and if they can actually make some of those passes work, really changes up what Huron has to do to defend against them.
It is 2nd down. 4 yards to go from the 33-yard line. Under center is Grant. Handoff, finding some room and some space. On a carry is Nifke for the Titans. And that is a 1st down for T area. And through this game, that is now the first down for the T area Titans. Comes at you with about 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Titans will split one to the left side. Grant will go under center. High formation, snap, play action. Grant looking left, dumps it over that direction. It is caught, maybe for a yard or so. Cade Korleski with the reception to the 40-yard line. He's 2nd down and about 8.
Grant's pass is complete. Korleski brings up 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line.
It's kind of interesting when you start looking at these games on paper, and you saw the way that Huron played last week against Pierre and getting that 13-7 win. You see what the Titans did offensively against Aberdeen. You're kind of entering today thinking, well, you kind of feel like this game could go in the direction that it is, which is almost a defensive showdown right now. A 3-0 score. It could just be fireworks left and right. We're in the defensive battle tonight. 2nd down and 8. And Grant, I believe, went to try to hand that football off, and miscommunication leads to him just getting picked up and thrown down for a loss. To move him all the way back to the 38-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 12. It's kind of an awkward position for the quarterback in Mitch Grant. Scott Fry is the one making the play call. He sends his quarterback all the way to the far side of the field. The far hash on the huddle. Two by two on the receivers. We're at the 3-minute mark left to go, first half. It is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Grant looking to the near side, pump fakes, makes it fly. Wiebinga nowhere near it, incomplete. James Schultz Jr. was the back for Huron in the secondary, trailing Wiebinga, who expected it to go more inside. Grant threw it outside. It's incomplete, stops the clock with 2:54 left to go in the second quarter, and the Titans will have to punt. And a false start. False start coming in on the Titans will move them back another 5. Second charge penalty on the Titans here in this game. It's been actually a relatively clean first half. 2 penalties on T area, none charged against Huron. Here's the snap. Titans will kick it off. Lowry's kick, a little wobbly in the air. Tigers will let it bounce. It takes the Titans bounce inside the 30, 25. It's still rolling. Picked up near the 22. Good kick for Dashel Lowry. He's had a good day punting. One inside the 5-yard line, one inside the 20-yard line. That was spotted at the 15. This one from a bit further back. Going to put Huron all the way back at the 21.5-yard line. It's not quite there to the 22, but close. 2:39 on the clock to work with for Huron, leading 3-0 over T area, who's celebrating homecoming tonight. The quarterback, Anderson Porish. Line up out of the gun with an option to his left. Snaps, calls for it, high snap, gets it down, trying to give the handoff, but not a lot to work with Holst. Timeout or no, a flag. That is somewhere hidden down there on the field. Illegal formation will move Huron back 5 yards. Following the penalty, it will be 1st down and 15 from the 17-yard line. This will be the 27th play that Huron has ran here in this opening half. Snap given on this 1st and 15. Out pass is caught. It is brought in by Juergens. Juergens is met immediately. Shakes across the 20-yard line to the 21 with a wrap-up tackle for Griffin Wiebinga. Gets the 5 yards back. It's 2nd and 10. Clock rolls, 2:15 remaining in the second quarter. Mention the plays for Huron so far. That is now 27. T area in this first half so far, 14 plays, 13 yards.
That is definitely not a normal stat line.
2nd down and 10. Handoff, right side. Holst has a seam and an opening. It's a sprint and a foot race down the middle of the field. Weebinga's the only one that can get to him, trips him up inside the 10-yard line. Weebinga had to dive for Holst to save the touchdown. He's able to trip him up at the ankles. It's a huge gain for the Huron Tigers. They are threatening inside the red zone. But a touchdown-saving tackle for Griffin Weebinga. And that clock right now is at 1:41. We'll start to roll. First down and goal from the 5-yard line. What a run for Landon Holst. Two off left. Porish calls for it, keeps it, and is met by a wall of Titans. We'll see if the Titans elect to try to use some timeouts here, if they even want to try to get the ball back. It looks like they're going to be content with letting it run, because it will be second down and goal now from the 7. We're at the 1-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, we get the Titans will have the ball back second half. So you got to think, is it really worth it to try and spend timeouts, give them another chance to actually score here?
Huron won the toss before the game started, elected to receive. One in motion. Going from left to right is Jurgen. Snap, Porsche looking that direction. Tucks wants to run off to the right side, gets back to the 5. Just shy of the 5-yard line to the 6, and here comes a timeout. Timeout taken for Huron. 26 seconds left to go, and they're going to actually add another 3. So 29 seconds will be put on the clock. It'll be third and goal from the 5-yard line. The total yards in this game as it sits currently, Huron 159, T-Area 13. It's a 3-0 game with the Titans defense trying to just hold Huron here to potentially another field goal attempt. Titans after this one go on the road. They go out to Douglas. Coming up next week, that is a 6 o'clock start. They don't come back home until October 3rd when they host Brookings. They have another trip out to Mitchell, sandwiched in between the two. That is a pretty big stretch, 3 out of the 4 weeks. Up to Aberdeen last week, here at home against Huron, and then back-to-back road trips, Douglas and Mitchell. That's a lot of time on the bus. Then they're home for 2 after. Defense needing a stop. It is third down and 5 from the 5-yard line. Trailing 3-0. Porish will line up out of the shotgun. Hands it off with Hulse. Hulse breaks through one, spins his way into the end zone. Touchdown for the Huron Tigers. Landon Hulse was the one that had the big rush all the way down the field to set up the first and goal opportunity from the 5. He caps off with a touchdown in the end zone. Hulse with the rushing touchdown. That is on the season for him, his first rushing touchdown this year. Titans players shaken up in the end zone following that play. The touchdown makes it 9-0 with a point after that will be pending. Walking into frame, that is the senior in Chase DeBoer. Come to the sideline and be evaluated. Here's the point after attempt for Min. Hit a 32-yard field goal. His point after attempt is on the way. It is no good. Wide left, 25 seconds left to go before halftime, and the score is 9-0 Huron. We're at 6:44. This game kicked off at 6 o'clock on the dot. It has been a fast-moving first half of play. We're 25 seconds away from the conclusion of the first half. The Titans offense has been non-existent. The Huron Tigers offense getting a little bit of momentum behind them on their last couple of drives. This one powered up by a huge rush for Landon Hurst. Hurst went for 73 yards. He now sits with over 100 yards rushing in today's game. He has 9 carries even for 102.
Extra point and 2-point conversion made by the Titans. A great way to rally community spirit around our football team and support a worthy.
It was interesting coming into today's game with Huron, and you can look at their stat sheets. You can look at the way that they have played over the last couple of weeks. You just don't know if they want to try to attack you through the air, where they have struggled throwing the football. You don't know if they want to attack you on the ground, because they've been mixing and matching so many different personnel over the first 2 weeks of the season. But it seems like Landon Holst, has really found that that spot here for the Tigers. This first half especially. Here's the ensuing kickoff. Porsche will just bounce it up ahead. Titans will bring it in, trying to come to the near side, and finally spinning away from a tackle and being put down to the ground is Bo Wardell. 19 seconds left on the clock for T area.
11-yard return on the play by Bo Wardell. Titans take over first and 10.
I have it 1st and 10 from the 35. Head coach Scott Fry with his headset around his neck. Just looking up, and after making that play call, immediately moved it off his ear. Snap and a handoff. Cutting down the middle of the field on the carry for the Titans on the rush is Cade Korleski. The clock is moving down to 7. Scott Fry doesn't look like he is in any rush to get a play call in. That's going to bring us to halftime. Halftime here at Titan Stadium. It is the Huron Tigers 9, the T Area Titans 0. A great first half performance for the Huron Tigers. T Area will be looking for answers coming up in the 3rd and 4th quarters. As part of halftime, I believe the band is having a performance here tonight. We'll bring you coverage of that. We'll get you some stats as well here momentarily, but I'm going to step aside for a moment. We'll get those stats here momentarily for you. Your halftime score, it is Huron 9, T Area 0 on the T Area Titans YouTube channel.
On the parade earlier today, and the field performance you are about to see. Tonight's performance is their first show in full uniform and using their new props. Thank you to Mr. Gannon, Mr. Sorum, and their students, along with Mr. Preheim, for helping us with the big A-frames you see at the back of the field. The high school band plans to compete in both field and street in the Tri-State Marching Festival in Laverne, Minnesota 2 weeks from tomorrow. Following that, they will also compete in Minnow at the Festival Band Parade competitions October 3rd and 4th, march to Meridian and Yankton for both street and field on October 11th, and finish up their season competing in field competition at the Quad State Regional Competition held in the Dakota Dome in Vermilion. This year's show is entitled Marion, the Ladyhood of Sherwood Forest, written by Randall Standridge. You've heard the tales of a noble outlaw stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, and hiding beneath the green canopy of Sherwood Forest. Robin Hood, the people's hero. But time has a way of twisting truth into legend, and legends often leave someone important behind. This is not the story you think you know. This is the untold tale, the true story of Marion, the Ladyhood of Sherwood Forest. The band invites you to sit back and enjoy tonight's performance. Feel free to clap and cheer when you see or hear something you really like. Give me some. Drum majors, is your band ready?
Once upon a time in Sherwood Forest, there lived a famous actor. They robbed from the rich and gave to the poor and were loved by all the people of Britain. Over the years, the story was told so many times that some facts have changed, but now the true story will be told. The story of Marion, the Lady Hood of Sherwood Forest. Marion and her band of outlaws moved silently through the forest, following the king's message. They hoped to free Prince Robin, who had been charged with treason for aiding the outlaws. Marion caught Robin's arm and close smile. The sheriff and his men fled. Robin was saved, and all of the outlaws cheered because the day had been saved once again. By Marion, the Lady Hood of Sherman Forest.
Ladies and gentlemen, your T Area High School Marching Band. Best of luck 2 weeks from tomorrow at the Tri-State Marching Festival in Laverne, Minnesota. We have T Area Sports Boosters Tailgate Raffle. We'll get the 5 winners we will announce tonight, and Megan Broderson will contact you shortly. Winner number 1, Kristen Turek. Winner number 2, Cody Nowak.
Tyler, I'll just take your winnings.
Winner number 3,
I'll just take
Eric.
some.
What?
I'll just take your winnings.
Van
Yeah, I'm
Weston.
sure you will.
Number 4, Aaron Mustard. And winner number...
And welcome back inside Titan Stadium. What a great performance for the T Area Band, making their first performance of their show for this season. And what a great one that it was. I was here as part of homecoming in front of a jam-packed crowd here at Titan Stadium. But football-wise here tonight, it's been a little bit of a struggle for T Area so far, as Huron has a lead 9-0, and really the advantage across the board. Huron ran 31 plays in the opening half of this game for 164 yards. T Area just 15 plays on offense, 19 total yards. Out of the 164 for Huron, 121 has come on the ground, 43 yards to the air, 11 yards rushing for T8 through the air. Possession time in favor of Huron, 15 minutes and 6 seconds to 8 minutes and 54 seconds. Individual leaders, first for Huron, leading on the scoreboard 9-0. Anderson Porish, 4 of 10 passing for 43 yards. Mason Juergens has 3 catches for 30. Riley Weininger with a catch for 13. But rushing the football is really where it's been for Huron today. Landon Holst, 9 carries, 102 yards, and a score. He's averaging about 11 yards per carry, and a lot of it was set up off a 73-yard rush that took place in that second quarter. For T area, Mitch Grant went 2 of 6 for 8 yards. Passing, Griffin Weavinga with a catch for 6. Cade Korleski with a catch for 2. Rushing the football, Braden Nifke with 2 carries for 8 yards to lead the way. Cade Korleski with 3 carries for 4 yards. That's it offensively for the Titans. Turned the ball over off a potential punt return that just went off the body and the hands of the punt returner for T area, which I believe for them on that attempt, and I don't have the credit on the stat sheet. We don't need to put it on the stat sheet either, but for the Titans, it was a rough one for them in terms of the kick return that was back there. Sets up Huron with an opportunity to score. They don't score on that one, but they get the big run on the next possession. That really kind of broke this game open so far. Leading tackler for the Titans, Carter Brown with 7 total. Emmett DeGeest with 5 tackles. Griffin Weavinga with 4. On the other side for Huron, Jeremy Hofer leads the way with 4 tackles. Cooper Bischoff with 3 tackles and a half a tackle for a loss. And Mason Jurgens with 2 tackles, 1.5 tackles for a loss here in today's game. Your scoring summary, Mr. Min hit a 32-yard field goal. That made it 3-0, capping a 14-play, 68-yard drive that took 7 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock in the second quarter. And then at the 25 seconds left to go mark, it was Landon Hulse, a carry for a touchdown, but the point after was no good. A 5-play, 78-yard drive made it 9-0 where we sit here at halftime. We're roughly about 8 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. We're going to step aside. Dan's team currently out on the field. We'll be back. This is the T Area Titans YouTube channel.
let's go. We gotta get the coaching going.
And we welcome you back into Titans Stadium. Just about ready to start the third quarter. I'm Jerry Paleshi. Andrew Griffin joining us here inside the booth, as well as our producer, video camera operator, stream technician, USD Hall of Famer, everything that you can name and think. He has done it and continues to do. It is a pleasure to be bringing you this game here tonight, in a game in which the Huron Tigers have one big offensive drive for them that was led in part by their big running back in Landon Hulse, going for 73 yards and then getting the football inside the 5-yard line. He capped it off with a touchdown as well. The extra point was no good, and an early field goal. That has been the offense here today on really both sides, because T-Area through that first half of play, just 19 total offensive yards. We'll see if the Titans offense can wake up. They have an opportunity to do so right out of the gate. Huron won the toss to start the game. They elected to receive, so now they will kick off. Doing the honors is the quarterback, and Anderson Porish. It's the team's punter, and he's going to kick it off here with a line drive kick. Titans will field it at the 25-yard line, cutting to the right side, getting tripped up and brought down to the turf On the carry for the Titans is Wardell, and here comes the Titans offense. Mentioned in that first half a bit of a struggle for the T-Area Titans. 15 offensive plays, 19 total yards. Big credit to the Huron Tigers defense. They were led by Jeremy Hofer in the first half. He had 4 tackles. Mason Juergens with a tackle and a half for a loss. Titans on the offensive side with the quarterback and Mitch Grant through that first half of play, 2 of 6 passing for 8 yards. He's going to go under center. 1st and 10 with the ball marked at the 38-yard line, near side hash. Snap. Play action. Grant looking over the middle, stepping up, throws it down the field. It is almost picked. Almost intercepted by Riley Weiniger. It is 2nd down. Thrown into triple coverage was Mitch Grant. Had some big bodies in front of him as well. Titans catch a break, however. 2nd down and 10. Other games have kicked off here at 7 o'clock, one of which is Yankton tonight hosting Douglas. 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. It's a 14-0 lead for Yankton. Watertown and Pier just underway in Watertown. Brookings and Aberdeen Central tonight. Spearfish hosting Mitchell. 2nd down and 10. Grant back to throw. Takes a shot down the left side. It is fought for, broken up, incomplete. Jeremy Hofer breaks up the pass for the Huron Tigers, makes it 3rd down and 10. We talked in that first half about the Titans wanting to run the football. It is their bread and butter. You don't see them trying to take these shots maybe once in a while, trying to catch the defense off guard. They've opened up this second half right now with back-to-back throws, and back-to-back throws that were almost intercepted. It's 3rd down and 10. Two receivers make it 3. Stretch to the left side of the field. Strong side of the field from the 38-yard line. Grant out of the gun, rolling to the left side. Wanting to square the shoulders, pressure coming. Evades one, fires it to the far sideline, incomplete, hit the dirt. It's intended for Braden Nifke. It's a 3-and-out for the Titans. Always a difficult position as well if you are a right-handed quarterback and you're cutting out to the left side and trying to have to find a way to square your shoulders or at least get around your body to make a good throw. If you're a left-handed quarterback the opposite way, if you're a Brett Favre fan growing up or anything, you cringe. 4th down and 10. Here's the kick. Huron will field it at the 30-yard line. Falling down and covering it is Landon Holst. They'll mark the football near the 31. Huron will take the field, 1st down and 10. Their quarterback here tonight, Anderson Porish, 4 of 10 passing for 43 yards. Landon Holst has done the work, however, 9 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. They'll go out of the pistol formation, 2 receivers off to the right side. 1st down and 10 from the 31. Pump fake, fires. Off right, one-on-one, incomplete. Penalty flag flies. Weebinga was in coverage for the T-Area Titans. The pass will be incomplete. I believe that was intended for Mason Juergens on the outside. Here's the call from the field. Defensive holding charge on Weebinga. They move the chains all the way to the 46-yard line, and now the officials will back up. Put it back at the 41. $10-yard penalty, not a 15-yard penalty. The ball at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Anderson receives the snap, a handoff straight up the gut. Nice pickup on yardage for Holst. He's going to get 8, shy of midfield. We'll get the clock to run as well here in the 3rd, leading 9-0 for the Huron Tigers, who again last week defeated Pierre 13-7. This is their first road trip of the season as well for Huron. They opened up against Yankton and then Pierre. Next week they go on the road to Sturgis. Back-to-back road trips for the Huron Tigers starting tonight. 2nd down and 2. Porsche is going to keep it himself, pushes the pile forward. Going to be just shy of a 1st down with the ball marked right at the 50, and a very late penalty flag flies. The quarterback, Anderson Porish, has his helmet in his hands. Penalties so far this evening, T with 3 charged against them for 20 yards, 1 for Huron for 6, and you can make it a 4th penalty against the Titans on a face mask penalty. You had a penalty as well that is not technically on the stat board in that first half of play. It was on a 3rd down that changed into a 4th down on a holding call that was declined by Huron. But it is 1st down and 10. Ball spot at the 35, option play right. Porish keeps, cuts the seam, and will cross the 30. Porish with a nice gain of about 7. This Tiger offense on the move. Aided by a couple of penalties here charged against T area. The Tigers looking to extend the advantage, leading 9-0. These two teams have met 4 times since the Titans have moved up to Class 11 AA. T area has won every matchup. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Porish over the middle. It is almost intercepted. Wiebinga had his hands on it. Pass incomplete with the pass intended for Riley Winiger. So 3rd down for T area on the defensive side. Huron moving fairly quickly. Their head coach Drew Strand giving the play calls in from the far side. Third down and 3. Porish looks back over at the sideline for Huron, adjusting the play. Gets everybody set. Here we go. Handoff given for Holst, and he's met in the backfield. The Titans were ready for it. An initial push for Emmett DeGeest. Carter Brown all over in the area. Thiek Lual was also in for the Titans. It's a loss of 2, makes it 4th and 5. Titan fans making some noise. They have been relatively quiet through the first half with not a lot of action going on the offensive side, but now defensively they know they need to give their team a boost. The bleachers stopping, it's 4th down. Porish to throw, near side, incomplete. I believe his arm was partly hit as he went to throw. It's a turnover on downs, and the Titans will have it. Titans will take the football at their own 30-yard line. 8:53 left to go in this 3rd quarter, trailing 9-0. You just feel like there needs to be a big drive right here for T. It just feels like that pressure is starting to build for this Titans offense. 19 yards on 18 plays.
Well, especially with that 3 and out the last series. We really need something going in this one.
Wouldn't be surprised if they just go back to the ground. They do. On a carry on a 1st down and 10. Straight cut left. on a carry for Carter Brown.
Gain of 5.
5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5. Weebinga getting to the huddle as Mitch Grant approaches. Quarterback breaks the huddle. Mouth guard back in on a 2nd down and 5. On the 35-yard line. I formation. Grant calls for it. Hands it off. Korleski with the carry is met at the line of scrimmage. Pushed backwards. No gain on the play for Korleski. And it's 3rd and 5.
Tackled by number 42, Ty Kleinsasser. For the Tigers, 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 4.
Clock is rolling, 7:45 left, 3rd quarter. Weebinga out far to the right side. One tailback on this 3rd down and 4. Snap, back to throw, Grant, fakes right, goes left. It isn't complete. Broken up on the outside by Cooper Bischoff of Huron. But the pass intended for Korleski on the outside. It is 4th down and a punting situation for T. 3 tackles on the night for Bischoff. A couple of passes broken up. The Titans offense still struggling to find any form of momentum here tonight. Lowry to kick. He's been a bright spot for T area this evening. Punting the football away, gets another nice bounce. Return near the 25-yard line, but the Titans just stuff right there. What a hit that was just levied by Brady Tapia. The senior just shoots on over and says, "You're not going anywhere."
38-yard punt for Lowry.
Lowry tonight now with 6 punts for 214 yards, his longest being 47. And he has nearly pinned Huron. Out of those 6, I believe 3 of them have been inside the 20, one of which was dangerously close, officially marked at the 22. This one marked at the 26. It's 1st down and 10. Porish, option play to the left side, and not being fooled was Korleski. Great read on the play. It's a loss of a couple of yards, 2nd down and 12. Just a perfect read for Cade Korleski. Anderson Porish will send 2-by-2 on the receivers. The ball on the left hash. 2nd down and 12. High snap. Porish tucks, runs, cuts left, tripped. Falls back down towards the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down. We've seen that a couple of times now tonight where the exchange for Anderson Porish and from his center here tonight and Charlie Martin hasn't been completely dialed in. It's been high, hitting the big 6'6" frame body of Anderson Porish, almost up by his helmet a couple of times over. Seen a couple of their plays for Huron busted up because of it. Not having the blocking full in tune. It is now 3rd down. Porish will call for it on an empty backfield. Steps up, throws, incomplete. About 15 yards well in front of his intended target in Oakley Anderson. And it's 4th down. I believe Anderson Porish took a shot towards the end of that play because he is kind of holding his left arm near his stomach. He's the team's punter too, so he's got to go back out. I gingerly walk in and jogging back. Appears to be okay though. Two will be back for T area. 4th and 12 from the 24. Porish awaits the snap. Here it comes. Kicks the ball, and he kicks it directly out of bounds. Just standing in shock is Anderson Porish because that ball left his foot near the 15-yard line, and it goes out of bounds at the 32. Titans will take over inside Huron territory at the 32-yard line. Titans with an opportunity here on offense. One in motion. Grant fakes the handoff, keeps it. Down the middle he goes. A big gain. Gets a first down. Slips out of another one down to the 11-yard line. It's a big play for the quarterback in Mitch Grant. Gains 20 yards and almost doubles up the performance so far through almost 2.5 quarters. Timeout has been taken on the field, and the Titans are now trying to fire up the crowd. Going to have it first down and 10 from the 12-yard line. That's just the type of stuff that you need sometimes. You just need one play to go your way. And the blocking up front, Grant with a nice read just takes it straight down the gut.
And it seems like special teams is playing the biggest role for today.
Certainly is. I mean, where we stand right now at 9-0, you're talking a 32-yard field goal that just barely got across the crossbar for the Huron Tigers, and Min connecting on that one. And just some of those special team moments here tonight. The Titans giving the ball back to Huron. They didn't capitalize on it, but they did have a fumble that was given back on a punt return. You had this punt from Anderson Porish that sets up this drive for T-Area, giving a little bit of momentum to the Titans. And one play like that, Mitch Grant sets the Titans up right now, and pretty decent opportunity. First down and 10 from the 12-yard line. And you know, if you're an old Madden player, sometimes you like to have that first and 10 from the 11, 12, 13 instead of having the first and goal from the 10. You can get on all the analytics that way if you want, but nonetheless, Titans with a chance. First down and 10 from the 12. A handoff, slip, fall. Cade Korleski wasn't touched, but he will be stopped in the backfield because he fell down to the turf. Credited tackle to the turf monster with the ball back at the 15-yard line. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Grant will break the huddle. Two receivers left side. Bonenberger stretch out wide, but they're going to pitch it off the left, trying to find a hole in a seam on a carry for Carter Brown. Brown with a nice pickup inside the 10-yard line will be marked down right near the 8. Clock rolling, 4:35 left to go. Third quarter. Titans looking to get on the board for the first time, trailing 9-0. Officially 3rd down and 6 from the 8. Cameron Hillestead off to the right side. Brown in the slot to the right, 2 backs with Grant out of the shotgun. And a false start penalty coming on the right side of the line. I believe that was Cody Peterson, who is a big senior. He's been playing on this line for a while for the T-Area Titans. That's going to move the Titans backwards. And he knew it right away, too, because Peterson slammed his hands down to the turf. Pushes T-Area back. Penalties starting to add up now for the Titans. That is their 6th of the game. 3rd down and 11 from the 13. Grant fakes, cuts left, open field tackle, and stopped. Ty Kleinsasser with the stop makes it 4th down. Now you wonder if the Titans will aim for a field goal here or go for it. Trailing 9-0, it appears, based off everything, that they're going to go for it. Scott Fry with his quarterback Mitch Grant just standing looking over the defense. Gives the play call in. It's 4th and long. Titans need a big play. Inside the red zone of Huron on this 4th down. Snap, play action, looking towards the end zone, firing, incomplete. In coverage for the Huron Tigers was James Schultz Jr. Incomplete pass that was intended for the big body of Cameron Hillestead. Turns it over. Huron will have it 1st down and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fans wanted pass interference. Officials didn't see it that way. Huron will take the ball. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go, 3rd quarter, leading 9-0. Titans now with 48 total offensive yards here today on 26 plays. Tigers come out 1st down and 10. 3 receivers to the left side. Porsche will call for it, hands it off, and nowhere to go. Pulse with a carry for a yard at the most, and it's 2nd down and 9. You just keep seeing that the defense is there for the Titans. They're getting the push from that defensive line. The linebackers doing a pretty good job. They've given up 1 big play in this game. That was the big 73-yard rush for Landon Holst. Really outside of that, the Titans defense has been right there. They have done a lot of work here today. Only allowing 100 yards so far for Huron if you take that 73 off the board. Back to throw. Over the middle, caught and secured at the 20-yard line. The reception made for Riley Winiger. Winiger starting to get those receptions on the stat sheet here tonight. That is now his 3rd completed catch. Been targeted a couple extra times off of that. It's 3rd down. 4 yards to go from the 20-yard line. The Titans fans on the near sideline and on the field trying to pump up the crowd to make some noise on this 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Porish rolling out to the right side. Pressure coming from behind. He's going to just tuck, run, keeps it himself. Can be shy of the 1st down marker, it appears. But he went flying out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds at least by number 51 for the Titans.
See where they officially spot it. It's on the far side from our broadcast and vantage point. A lot of bodies in the way. Well short. It's only going to be about a 3-yard gain at the most. Will be 4th down and
4th and 2.
Call it roughly about 2.5 yards to go.
Hillstead and Korleski back to receive. Porish to punt.
Porish will punt. His last punt went a grand total of 17 yards. He kicked it straight out of bounds. And now that we got the chains reset, we're back ready to go. Here's Porish. This one a much better kick. Line drive backing up. 28-yard line fielding it is Hillestead. Hillestead popped out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Turn out of bounds at about 40-yard line. 39-yard line for Hillstead.
Ty Kleinsasser levying the hit for the Huron Tigers. Titans will take it, 128 left, 3rd quarter, trailing 9-0. These two teams, you go back to their previous meetings last year when they played up in Huron. Not much of a contest. T area ran away with that one 41-14. Just a way different style of a game than what we saw last year here tonight. From the 39-yard line, 1st down and 10. Grant fumbles the football down on the ground, but he's able to cover.
Grant in the backfield.
Grant will lose a couple.
Loss of 2.
Back to 2023. Up in Huron, a 27-26 win for the T-Area Titans. The last time that the Tigers played here, you have to go to the season opener, 2022, a 45-6 decision for T-Area. Been a pretty good run in Class 11 AA so far for T area. First season in 2022 since joining the class. They were the state runner-up, losing to Pierre. Last year went 5-5, had some injury issues. Plagued them as Grant will try to take a throw. Wide open down the field, bobbled, incomplete. Carter Brown could not secure the ball. It was a wide open look and touchdown. And the Titans can't haul it in. Carter Brown walking on the near sideline, just head straight down, missed opportunity.
Well, and Brown just got loose on a wheel route coming out. No one accounted for him. Had wide open space. Just got to bring that in. It was a great pass by Grant on that one as well.
And this is what you like to see, too. You can't see it on our YouTube stream, but Carter Brown, as he came to the sideline, just had his head straight down, but the coaching staff immediately grabs him, keeps telling him, hey, you're good, you're okay, you're going to be fine. Looks like a timeout has been elected to be taken here for the T area Titans, but you have those type of plays, and sometimes it just bounces off the fingertips like it did right there. And especially in high school, you got to find a way to just put it in the past. You got to move forward. I'd like to see that from the coaching staff for T area to immediately bring him over, try to calm him down a little bit off of that. That was as open of a look as what the Titans have had all night. This Huron Tiger defense has been doing a really good job holding the Titans offense to really next to nothing here this evening.
Well, and another good spark on that one is that Grant hasn't really had a lot of time all day when he's been passing. On that one, he had more time. Yeah, you saw him look over the left side first. Didn't see anything. He finally looks back to the right. There was Brown. So it's nice to see that when they can hold, when they have a little bit of time, Grant can actually step into a throw and really get it downfield.
They'll look for an answer here on this third down. 3rd and 12 from the 37. Grant this time will go under center. 2 receivers off to the right, a late snap. This is a false start. Another penalty charged against the Titans. Moving backwards another 5 yards. And they call it on a couple of players for the Titans on the false start, but ultimately the ball's going to be snapped too. And out of a timeout, that's like the last thing anybody wants to see with the coaching staff especially. Makes it 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 following the penalty. Tapia is lined up at fullback I formation, 3rd down and long. Grant, play action. Evades one, looking down the field, wants to just tuck and run. It's going to be pushed a couple of times and then is German suplexed to the ground at the 35-yard line.
And number 20, Oakley Anderson on the stop.
I'm betting that Oakley Anderson might be a wrestler. I'm just throwing it out there. I haven't looked, I haven't confirmed that. But the way that he just wrapped up Mitch Grant, it went full German suplex. Partly bet that. 4th down and long. Dashiell Lowry to kick again. Here's the punt, racing up. Fair catch called for. Penalty flag flies late.
Fair catch, Tigers at the 35-yard line, flag.
Landon Holst is the one that ran up and grabbed the football. Penalty flag down at the 39. The clock has also hit 0. Titans rush to get that punt up in the air before the clock would expire. And they call sideline interference. A 15-yard penalty will end the third quarter for sideline interference against the T-Area Titans. That brings us to the end of 3. It is the Huron Tigers 9, the T-Area Titans 0. Fourth quarter on the way next on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. There we go, start of the fourth quarter. The Huron Tigers will take the football at the 50-yard line following a sideline interference penalty on the punt for T-Area. Tigers up 9-0 here on homecoming for the T-Area Titans as Porish will try to carry himself and picks up a couple of yards. Jerry Palesci joining you along with Andrew Griffin, the sideline or the studio extraordinaire. If I put you on the sideline, though, too, you would be you'd be covering a lot of hats and doing a lot of different things. But this has been a game for the T-Area Titans that you talk about the small details of football. You talk about all the little things and not turning the football over. The penalties really starting to add up as well for T-Area. 7 penalties for 60 yards. And that last one giving Huron an opportunity inside of Titans territory. Second down, 8 yards to go. Porish, the quarterback, hands it off to the right side with a carry for Holst, who will pick up 2. Titans as a team here tonight, 29 offensive plays, 49 yards. Huron this evening, 43 offensive plays, 184 yards. It's just been the main story. And again, those turnovers and penalties, really the big factor here tonight. So the Titans have fumbled the football on a punt return. That gave Huron the ball inside Titans territory. They were not able to capitalize. They did on the next drive, however. Third down, 6 yards to go. Firing over the middle, almost picked off again. Griffin Wiebinga has had his hands on a couple of footballs here tonight, and he has just not secured any of them, but he has broken up another one here tonight, which pass breakups are good in the stat sheet too, but he has had opportunities to take that football away.
He's been playing ball hawk from that safety position, just right over top, especially when they go too wide out. You know, he's man on man on that side, and he's just jumping right in front of passes.
It's 4th down and 6 from the 46-yard line. The quarterback, Anderson Porish, the team's punter, looked to punt the football away. Much better on his last attempt. This one also looking pretty good, but it's going to take a bounce. And where did it roll out of bounds, though? That's the question. They're going to put it all the way back at the 2. It was angling towards that pylon. Looked pretty good. And a great punt for the quarterback, Anderson Porish. And what a great rebound for him. That's 2 straight punts now after one in which he booted 17 yards. So that's a good, if you're him, you've erased that one away. Oh, it's like playing golf, right? You just shank one shot once in a while and you move on to the next. And if you're like me, it's multiple in a row and you just pray for one good one. He didn't have to. Back-to-back good punts for Anderson Porish. Titans will take the football over. They trail 9-0, looking for a spark on the offensive side. Grant under center, hands it off right, trying to go off tackle, and a cut to the left side, finds a little bit of breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Carry that time for Carter Brown. So Brown with a carry for a couple of yards, makes it 2nd down and 7 from the 5. Titans throwing the football here tonight. They've had a couple of missed opportunities. The biggest one was to Carter Brown on their last offensive series. That would have went for a touchdown. He had nobody around him. But otherwise, throwing the ball tonight has been kind of a rough go. Trying to go off tackle left, nowhere to work with for Brown again on the carry. Mitch Grant tonight throwing the football 3 of 13 for 15 yards. But But the more you run, the more that clock runs. 9:30 left to go, fourth quarter, trailing 9-0. Not really a sense of urgency yet for the Titans as Mitch Grant jogs his way to the huddle. Play clock is winding down. Grant under center, snap, back to throw, looking left, now looking to the right, takes a shot down the field, it's incomplete. Missed his intended target in Braden Nifke by about 5 yards. It is fourth down.
Lowry in the punt for the Titans.
Dashiell Lowry, who's had himself a pretty good night punting the football away, will now have to do so standing in his own end zone.
Hey, don't roll over. You gotta get your big play here. Let's go.
Here's the kick, end over end, racing up, trying to get it. Near the 35-yard line, Huron unable to save it.
Ball fair caught 35, 36.
Jumping on it was James Schultz Jr., and a flag is all the way into the end zone. The punt was downed at the 35. Penalty flag, however, charged. It appears on Huron. Titans might have another chance to punt this football away. Here's the call. Running into the kicker. So a 5-yard penalty is going to make it fourth down and 2. Lowry still standing back in his own end zone about 5 yards deep. Here's the snap, the kick for Lowry. Line drive kick. Takes a bounce at the 38, across the 40, rolls across the 45, and then bounces backwards to the 47-yard line.
47-yard line.
Running into the kicker penalty. That gives the Titans defense just a little bit more breathing room there, as Huron will take it over at the 47 instead of the 35. Dashiell Lowry here today, 8 punts for 281 yards. He's put 2 of them inside the 20, close to 3. One of which was spotted at the 22-yard line. Longest kick tonight, 47 yards. Huron will have a first down and 10, 8:47 to play, leading 9-0. Porish, the quarterback, rolling to the left side, now cuts back to the right. Going straight up the middle, gain of a yard. A lot of running for a gain of a yard for Anderson Porish, the quarterback.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Clock just continues to drip down. Porish this time will stand out of the shotgun at the 50-yard line. Ball spotted at the 46 on the 2nd down and 9. Pops it over to the left side, trying to find some room to run for Mason Juergens, but he's hit in the backfield. Tackle for a loss. Hayden Belos was the one that got over to him, the defensive end in his junior season.
Those defensive ends have been doing a lot of work tonight. DeBoer and Belos have just been monsters, just covering those ends.
And really having to do just a good job of also staying home. You can't just go after the quarterback, as Anderson Porish has proved time and time throughout this game he's not afraid to take off and run if he has to. It's 3rd down and 11. 1 in motion from left to right. High snap. Handoff. Down the middle. And a pickup of about 5. Landon Holst again with a carry. And it will be 4th down. Be 4th and 8. One man will go back deep for the T-Area Titans. Cameron Hillestad will be the one that goes back there. Korleski will also sneak back there now. Porish is standing back just shy of the 40-yard line, awaiting the snap. Put T at the 2-yard line last time. This kick on the way, angling out of bounds. Another good one inside the 20. They're going to spot it at the 11-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Titans have had opportunities here tonight on the offensive side, not only throwing the football, just missing receivers for Mitch Grant. It's been a tough night throwing the ball. They've had some good field position that has resulted in not much of anything, but it's been a struggle to move the ball. That's been the big thing. They've had their chances inside Huron territory. They've had a couple of big plays that the ball was just a little overthrown or dropped. Just 52 yards of total offense for T area, but they trail 9-0. Still 6.5 minutes to go. Here's the throw to the right side, caught by Griffin Wiebinga, and Wiebinga will be wrestled down to the turf at the 16-yard line.
Grant's pass complete to Wiebinga. Tackled by Schultz Jr.
Titans starting to pick up the pace. Grant breaks the huddle, 6:10 to go. 2 receivers left side. Here's the snap. Grant looks that direction, fires. It is caught at the 20-yard line, kind of going backwards a little bit is Cade Korleski.
Grant's pass
Korleski will pick up another few.
tackled by
Makes it 3rd and short.
Tigers. Bring up a 3rd and short.
Be 3rd down and a yard. Injury timeout on the field. Titans starting to get some positive movement here on this drive, but now faced with a 3rd and 1. Titans, after this, will not be back at home until October 3rd. How are we even talking about October already? It's the way it is, though. School goes pretty quick, too. I'm not going to lie. Next week, they're on the road at Douglas and then turn around and they go to Mitchell on September the 26th. Back-to-back home games against Brookings and Watertown. And then they finish on the road back-to-back. A couple of tough ones at Yankton, and then they go to Howard Wood Field to play Sioux Falls, Washington. Should be a fun one and a fun experience for the T area Titans to go to Howard Wood Field. A lot of time left to get there, but you know it always goes in a blink of an eye. High school football season might be the fastest season of any season. 3rd down and a yard.
I would
20-yard
say
line.
track gives it a run for its money, but
Here's the snap. Faking the handoff. Grant comes to the near side. Wait, they called the play dead. Scott Fry is trying to figure out what is happening. Was there a very late timeout that was called? I'm just going to be honest. I don't know. It was 3rd and 1. It appeared everybody was ready for play. Now they put the ball at the 26-yard line, which would show a 1st down. My assumption here is that the officials thought that the ball carrier was actually up the middle, and they didn't see Mitch Grant holding onto the football and coming to the near side. That's my assumption. But we'll get some clarification. An inadvertent whistle was called. They're going to say that when the whistle was blown, the ball was at the 25, so that's where they're going to mark it. So it's a 1st down. But it also takes about 5 yards away from the Titans. Clock will roll, 5:27 to go. 1st down and 10. Grant fires right for Wiebinga, overthrows him, incomplete. Griffin Wiebinga stands 6'4", and has a pretty decent vertical on him, but that one sails straight over his helmet. Second down and 10. Grant under center. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it himself. And he's going to be met in the backfield. Defensive lineman Rayshawn Whiff is the one that was over there that made initial contact for the tackle for a loss. It's going to be third down and 10. Second tackle tonight for Whiff for Huron. Titans with 66 total offensive yards here this evening. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter, trailing 9-0. Here's the snap. Grant back to throw on this third down. Looking down the field, wants to take the shot down the middle of the field. This one sailing way over his intended target in Cade Korleski. Incomplete. You talked earlier about having time to throw. Mitch Grant was given that time there, but his receivers were expecting that ball to be delivered because there was about two of them that turned around and kind of froze. I don't know if you could see that necessarily on the stream, but they turned around, they froze in position, waiting to see if that ball was coming, but they were all covered too. So kind of a tough decision for Mitch Grant. Just take the shot because everybody was covered. Credit to the Huron Tiger defense. But it's fourth down. 4th and 10 from the 25. Titans need it. Here's the snap. Grant looking to the right side. Pressure comes. Looking down the field. Crossbody throw is incomplete. Pass was intended for Cameron Hillestead. And it is a turnover on downs. Huron will have it first down and 10 from the 25-yard line of T, leading 9-0. Tigers come back out on offense, 190. Total offensive yards, 143 on the ground, 47 through the air. Porish will take the snap, hands it off, and nowhere to run. Carry for Ty Kleinsaucer. He's second down, 11 yards to go.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11. 4 minutes left to play. Two receivers left side, two to the right. Porish hands it off, right side. Holst trying to get outside the numbers towards the sideline is ran out of bounds. Looks like inside the 20-yard line. Going to push the football over to the 17. Makes it 3rd and short. More importantly, Huron trying to work the clock. It's at 3:44 and stopped. Here's the snap and a handoff. First down here would do that, and they're going to mark that football dangerously close. Needing the 15-yard line, and they do give it. Put it inside the 15. It's 1st and 10. Tigers on the verge of back-to-back wins. Porish snap straight up the middle. And he'll push the football to the 11. Clock continues to run, 2:55 to go. It was a win last week for the Huron Tigers over Pierre, 13-7. This week with a 9-0 advantage. Late here tonight. Looking to make it 2 in a row after losing the first game of the season against Yankton. It's been a rough go for the T-Area Titans. But Huron been very impressed defensively, especially with this group. Snap, give, middle, up the gut, stretching forward. And they're going to say down by contact. Holst was trying to get the touchdown. I believe they're going to mark him near the 1. Pierre leads Watertown just about to halftime, 21-7. Brookings on top of Aberdeen Central, 7-0. And with 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, Yankton all over Douglas tonight, 49-0. That's what's going on in Class 11 AA here this evening. I think this one's going to surprise a lot of people, though, tonight when they look at the 11 AA scorecard. They see what the Huron Tigers have done this evening, especially holding T tonight to 66 total offensive yards. And a lot of the small details adding up for the Titans as well. Snap, handoff, Holst into the end zone. Touchdown, Huron Tigers. Tigers with the touchdown and the second rushing touchdown here this evening for Landon Holst. What a night for Holst. A big 73-yard rush in the first half really was the big difference in the first half of play between the two teams that sealed full control for the Huron Tigers, now with 135 yards and 2 scores. Here's the kick on the point after, on the way from Min and good. 1:46 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Huron 16, T0. Titans on the verge of being shut out here at home for the first time since September of 2008. Team they played was Howard. Is that correct? Howard. 2008. 49-0 was the score in that ball game. September 26, 2008. Last time Titans were shut out at home. Huron on the verge of doing that here this evening. 215 offensive yards for the Tigers tonight, 66 for the Titans. Special teams has been a big difference here this evening as well. We saw a punt return for T that turned it over, gave the ball back to Huron. Huron did not capitalize on that one. Here's a line drive kick. This one kind of bobbled and then falling on top of it, the 23-yard line. Jumping on the ball to do so is Darren Rhodes. He's a freshman this year for the Titans. Now a little too late here for T-Area with 1:44 to go. A struggle on the offensive side of the ball. The penalties have been a big story tonight for T. As through this game, Titans have been charged with 7 penalties for 60 yards. They also had an 8th penalty that was declined in the first quarter of play tonight. 20 rushing attempts, 42 yards. Throwing the football here this evening. Mitch Grant, 5 of 19 for 24 yards. Their last offensive series looked like they were getting some of that momentum behind them. An inadvertent whistle kind of turned that away. As a carry for the Titans will get them out to the 28-yard line. .90 seconds left to go. Scott Fry has officially taken off the headset. Standing with his hands on his hips near the 15-yard line. Sends Mitch Grant back into the huddle. Two receivers to the left side. Grant under center in the I formation on the second down. Second down and 6. Another carry. Straight up the middle. And a pickup of another 2. Puts the clock near 55 seconds with a new fresh play clock. The homecoming crowd here tonight starting to make their way to the exits. It was a jam-packed grandstand here this evening. On the YouTube stream, I know you can't really full out see that. You see the opposite side where the Huron faithful have made the trip here tonight. They're in the middle of a road trip series here at T this evening. Next week, they go to Sturgis. Home against Spearfish, and then they go back on the road to Douglas. So 3 out of 4 weeks for Huron on the road. 3rd down, Grant to throw near side. It is caught, brought in at the 35-yard line. Wrestled down, good for a 1st down on the reception for Cade Korleski. Wrapped up, Riley Winiger with the tackle for the Huron Tigers, and the clock will expire, and that will do it. The T-Area Titans, for the first time since 2008, have been shut out here at home. They fall to the Huron Tigers this evening, 16-0. A rough night in general for the T-Area Titans, who after tonight fall to 2-1 on their season. Huron moves to 2-1. T-Area, after this, they are on the road at Douglas coming up next Friday, a 6 o'clock start time. Douglas struggling tonight at Yankton. Titans will look to get back right next week at Douglas. Huron this evening, 215 offensive yards, 168 on the ground, 47 through the air. Titans with 77 offensive yards, 49 rushing, 28 passing. Titans only had 4 first downs this evening as well. Anderson Porish went 6 of 16 passing for 47 yards. Landon Holst, though, the big difference maker in tonight's game rushing the football. He had 19 rushes for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. Anderson Porish added 26 yards on the ground. And Oakley Anderson, 2 carries for 6. Mason Juergens got into the action tonight, receiving the football from Anderson Porish. Out of the 6 completions, he had 4 for 28 yards. And for the Titans here this evening, Mitch Grant, 6 of 20 passing for 28 yards. Grant rushing the football, team leader, 10 rushes, 24 yards. Cade Korleski had 5 carries for 2. And Braden Nifke, 4 carries for 15. Cade Korleski had 3 catches for 10. Griffin Weaving had 2 catches for 11. Carter Brown with a catch for 7 yards. Defensively here tonight, leading the way for Huron, 8 total tackles for Oakley Anderson. 4 of those assisted tackles, Ty Kleinsasser with 5 unassisted tackles here tonight. Mason Juergens had 2 tackles for a loss that totaled up to 7 yards. Good defensive performance here for the Huron Tigers, holding T to just 77 offensive yards. Defensively for the Titans, Emmett DeGeest, 12 total tackles here tonight, 2 for a loss. Carter Brown, he added a couple of tackles for a loss and 8 total. For T-Area, they're going to go into the week talking about the different things of this game and which added up. The penalties being 1, the missed opportunities being 2, missing a couple of opportunities for wide open touchdowns. Carter Brown, I know he's going to probably beat himself up over a ball that went off his fingertips. They got to find a way to just put this one in the bag and move on next week to Douglas. But nonetheless, a tough showing here tonight on homecoming for the T-Area Titans. Your final score this evening, it is the Huron Tigers 16, the T-Area Titans 0. Special thanks to Andrew Griffin, who is running our production board, camera, everything that you hear and see going on YouTube. Les Schroeder, Pete Roberts, Ryan Hilgeman, Chad Hockey, and the entire crew here at Titan Stadium. I'm Jerry Paleshi. It's been a pleasure to come back and do this. Feel a little rusty. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been about a year since I called a football game this way with play-by-play, but it's great to be back. Looking forward to joining you here in a couple of weeks. Titans return home coming up against Brookings on October the 3rd. For the entire crew, good night from Titan Stadium. It's the Tigers victorious 16-0 on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel.